All right, everybody, and welcome to the Swiss Army Nerd Sports Center. This is your co-host, Sticky, and my other co-host,
Stephen Cochran.
and we are here to deliver that sweet Sports Center news. Better than ESPN because, I don't know, we just are. We're real.
I agree.
We don't get paid by sponsorships, although we will accept them, but we don't get paid by them yet. Shout out to Red Bull. Oh my God, I could do spot. Oh no, I can't because we post on YouTube. Anyway, we are here.
Just shout out.
Just shout out. We are a week removed. Last week we had some technical difficulties. We probably still are. But if it's lagging and whatnot, we're going to be on YouTube later and it won't lag or anything like that. So bear with us if it is lagging. We're still trying to work out the kinks. But I guess we jump right into it. The playoffs, because that's the big. Well, do you want to do the draft first?
I feel like we shouldn't do the playoffs yet because
we should do the draft.
Yeah.
We should do the draft. So we're gonna focus on our teams and what we consider like the best winner, I guess, is, and then the Bills, of course, because we're unfortunately in Bills Mafia territory, so we should probably cover that. So I didn't get to watch it, but I followed it like the next day. I got to read about it. I think the biggest win goes to the Giants. I think the running back they picked up, I think it's Barkley.
Yep.
He's supposed to be like one of the greatest athletes, like OBJ, which is funny because OBJ is on the Giants.
Yep.
OBJ a level of talent, except at running back. So I think anytime you pick up maybe a once in a generational athlete, especially a running back, I think that's a pretty good pickup. I mean, they have Eli. So like they have somewhat of a passing game, and they have OBJ, so you have a number one receiver, and now maybe they found their number one running back for the next few years.
I disagree. I think although it's a great pick, I'm gonna go with the Denver Broncos at 5. They got Chubb. Could you imagine putting Chubb on one side and Von Miller on the other side?
Yes.
That defense is going to be gnarly.
Yes, but they had a good defense the last couple years.
And imagine him if he turns out the way he's supposed to be.
Yeah, but I feel like it's going to be like Clowney. Like, remember they got Clowney, and you had JJ, and you had Clowney, and it took Clowney like 3 years to finally find his footing.
It's because Clowney was a pussy.
Well, maybe. You might be right there. But we don't know about this kid. I mean, he's supposed to be good, but Clowney had one of the nastiest hits I've ever seen in college football history.
Versus Michigan.
And he was a number 1 pick, not a number 5 pick. So he had more hype behind him. And it just, I don't know. I think they're going to have a disgusting defense, but I don't think the Broncos are going to go anywhere with it because they still haven't solved that quarterback issue.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm actually not even sure who their current quarterback is. Do you, off the top of your head? Because I'm not even sure.
They picked up Case Keenum.
Okay,
in Minnesota.
So okay, he did good. He had a good year. So
well,
maybe
we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it's a whole different world when you leave that and then go into this.
Yes.
So I guess we'll see. I think it's a good pick. I think Barkley's going to be a pickup personally.
Yeah.
We will see though. I picked Giants as the best winner, and then Bengals second. And the only reason I say the Bengals is because everyone on ESPN, our competitor, said that they did really good. I think they solved some issues, but they still have that Dalton crisis. So
yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, Dalton's good in the regular season, but he sucks in the playoffs.
I think you could give Dalton all the tools he could possibly want, and he's still going to fail. I think the Bengals are just destined to be playoff failures.
Yeah.
As long as Marvin Lewis is.
Which he got another contract. Which this is a perfect segue. I got to talk about this right. It deals with the Bengals. I was going to bring this up. So today I was watching Up to the Minute with the NFL on the NFL Network, right? Mm-hmm. And they had Marvin Lewis on there, and they're talking to Marvin Lewis about his draft pick, and he picked a center. Keep that in mind, center in the first round pick. All right. So as they're talking to Marvin Lewis, you know how they like to show clips of the people they get?
Yeah.
And they highlight so you can see who it is.
Yeah.
They're highlighting a center. So before they even snap the ball, they're circling him with a big old arrow. He's the center. He's the guy in front of the quarterback. He's the guy with his hand on the football.
Probably the simplest position to explain.
Do we really need to highlight so fans can see where he is? Like, how...
I feel like if you're watching NFL Live, you know at least wide receiver, quarterback, center, and running back. Like those are the 4 easiest
Yeah,
ones.
like it just blew my mind. I was like, okay, thank you for highlighting the center. I didn't know the guy with the football was the center. Wow, you just totally pulled a Neil Lynch. Shout out.
I know. There's only one way to open it, though, unfortunately, to turn down that volume.
Once again, our keyword here.
Yep, award-winning soon. No, I love when NFL Live does that, but I also think that that's the people up in the corporate being like, I don't know what a center is, and so they just commit to it. So, hey, buddy. But anyway, I think Bengals did okay. We'll move right. I guess losers. People said the Pats did bad. I don't think it matters. The Pats don't.
No,
Really, they don't go by the draft.
they're gonna be there anyway. You want to look at
Scott gave us a comment about the center. He
The
called
Centaur.
it the Centaur.
The Centaur.
Centaur. All right, thank you, Chris Scott. We love you.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, Patriots. I don't care what the Patriots do. You know they're gonna until Tom Brady retires. That division's theirs. They're gonna make it to the playoffs. At this point now with Tom Brady, it's how far in the playoffs is he gonna make it. You know they're gonna win that division. You know they're gonna make it to the playoffs.
And they actually last night he said I'm playing again, so he's
yes,
good.
he's done.
Yeah,
he's playing. Gronk's playing.
Yeah, so everyone's coming back. The important people are coming back. Hey, side conversations. Shush. The conversations were good. As far as them figuring out who's coming back and whatnot. I don't think the draft matters to the Pats anymore.
Nope.
Chiefs are gonna fail as always. That's just what they do.
I don't know. I'm kind of curious to see how Mahomes
Stop.
does. Listen,
Stop.
I'm not saying he's gonna be great, but I'm curious to see how he's gonna do. The dude has a huge arm. The dude from his knees can throw from end zone to end zone.
That doesn't matter.
I get it, but I'm just. All right, they're gonna suck.
Yeah, stop. The Chiefs are gonna be the Chiefs. But we'll move on to our teams, who are just as shitty as the Chiefs. Actually, shittier than the Chiefs.
Yeah.
And,
Because Chiefs been in playoffs, right?
yeah.
Right.
Nope.
Yep.
No Lions.
Did we?
No.
No.
So I guess we'll go into Lions. So we picked up Frank Ragnow, I think is how you say it. He's a center, funny enough, and we need him. It's basically all we did in the draft was try to make our run game not suck ass because we were last in every single important stat last 2 years, I think. So all we did was pretty much try to make it like we can't fail in the running game, but I guarantee we still do. We did pick up a pretty decent running back. I wrote down his name. Johnson, I think. Yeah. And so we'll see where that goes. I'm okay with building a run game. That's usually the key.
Well, yeah.
But
it
our
opens
defense.
up your offense.
Yeah.
And
So
you got a good quarterback.
yeah, we got Stafford.
So I mean, if you can open up your run game and get a great run game in there, Stafford's gonna have so much more.
Take that pressure off Stafford.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah, it makes it 1,000 times better. So I'm okay with it. It was our GM right now is from the Patriots, so it's a Patriots move, and our new head coach is from the Patriots. Yeah, so I'm okay. I have faith in the Patriots organization saving the Lions. So we'll see. I liked it, but it wasn't pretty. It wasn't like it wasn't anything jaw dropping or grabby. So how do you think Tampa did?
All right. So this is gonna be a little bit of a long, but so I got to watch the draft. I got to watch it with the Bills Mafia and a couple other people, and that was her. Shout out Aaron.
That's right.
Love your mom. So we never trade picks. I can't remember the last time the Bucks have traded. We had the 7th overall pick in the draft this year, and there's 3 guys I wanted. It was T.J. Ward, Ohio State, corner, solid corner, pure corner. Minkah Fitzpatrick, who is a hybrid safety corner out of Alabama. If you come from Alabama, you're probably good at this.
Yeah.
And then there was the Irwin James. I really didn't want him because he denied a private workout with the Bucks. He's a corner out of Florida State. So I really didn't want him because if you're going to deny a private workout,
kind of a dick move.
I don't want you.
You're not even in the NFL.
Exactly.
I don't think you're in the.
You don't have the respect to do that.
Exactly.
Yeah. No.
So we're going through, and the Bucks are coming up, and I'm looking, and the Bills had not traded yet, and they said if the Bills trade, they're going at 5. So Denver picks Chubb. I look over at Aaron as our pick is up. I was like, I swear to God, if the Bucks trade with the Buffalo Bills, you guys can all stay here. I'm going and getting trashed at the bar, and I'm probably going to end up in jail. Sure enough, bottom of the screen, Bucks trade draft to the Bills.
I love it.
Put my head down, pissed, but then we got there are 2 second-round picks. So I was like, all right, well, I'll tell you what. If we have one of those guys, we're up there, and we get one of those guys after trading the 7th pick, we get 2 second-round picks and the player I want. Solid draft for me. So we get there, shocking move. TJ Ward goes number 4 to Cleveland, so I was kind of upset about that. But then number 10 went Minkah Fitzpatrick, or number 11 to the Dolphins. I was like, all right, well, Erwin James is there. I don't want him, but we need a secondary. Lo and behold, once again, the Bucs shocked me. We picked Vita Vea, the defensive tackle from Washington, but apparently he's supposed to be like a beast.
He's Samoan, right?
Yeah, he's
that's
related to The Rock. He's got to be.
He has to be.
But he's supposed to be really good. So I like the pick. I was a little confused because I really wanted we need a secondary. So whatever. If our defensive line becomes nasty, sweet.
Yeah, you can always use a good defense.
Yes.
I mean, it's not a wasted pick. It's just not the pick
Yeah.
you might have,
And then me with the draft, the first 2 are. That's it. Like I could care less after.
that
round
was
2.
the same way.
And
I maybe go to round 3.
Our second-round pick at number 38 was Ronald Jones, which I think was a pretty good pickup. He was the running back out of USC.
Yep.
So we'll see what happens. We need a running back. Doug Martin, hated you the whole career. Glad you're gone. So hopefully that'll open up. Hopefully he'll be a beast, and the future's bright. Let's put it that way.
Well, that's all you can be when you're in our position.
Yep.
And then finally, least and last, the Bills. They got the big Josh Allen, who's supposed to be.
Oh, he's really tall.
He's really
The
tall.
Twitter
tall.
douche.
And he has a huge arm. He has one of the strongest arms apparently ever seen. Which I feel like every fucking year we hear that. But
Yep.
anyway,
Yep.
they pick up the guy with the big arm and like 0 accuracy. So he's almost like a Cam Newton.
Is he a Peterman that's got a better arm?
He's got a great arm,
But
but
he doesn't got an awesome song to go along with it.
he doesn't. Not yet. I'm sure you can make a Josh Allen song. But I don't I guess you should be hopeful if you're the Bills. But at the same time, everyone's comparing him to Cam Newton. I personally don't like that because I don't like Cam Newton as a player. I don't like how he plays, and I think it's ineffective, and that's why they got all the way up to the Super Bowl and choked because it came down to Newton time, and there is no such thing as Newton time.
Nope.
So hopefully he doesn't have the same characteristics personality-wise, but physically, everyone's comparing him to Newton. I mean, I guess it's better than what you had, but there wouldn't be someone I would want. I would take accuracy over arm strength any day of the week.
Absolutely.
Like, because Brady could never throw the pigskin 100 yards, but he could throw it, 20 yards perfectly. And he won 5 rings like that. So maybe Brady's not the gold standard to go off of, but I didn't personally like that as a QB. I didn't do a ton of research on QBs because I knew we weren't looking. But at the same time, I guess be hopeful, but I don't know. I think it's really hard to develop accuracy, and it's easier to develop arm strength. That's my opinion.
Yep.
And accuracy is really hard to reteach because you have to reteach how you throw. So
if we learned anything in the league this year, checkdowns were gods this year in the NFL. I can't tell you how many games I watched. There were so many checkdowns. Like, you don't need a big arm anymore. I think, granted, I would take quarterback with a huge arm, like of Aaron Rodgers,
yeah,
whatnot, but I agree 100% with you. I'm going to want accuracy over a big arm.
yeah, and it's tough. Like Rodgers does have a big arm, but he uses that in like fourth quarter. He doesn't want to use it situations.
Like Hail Mary for the win.
The Lions
Yeah.
kill Miller. Yes. He uses it in that. I don't know. I have a few people that I tolerate that are Bills fans, and all of them are like, and I don't like if they're and they usually can work themselves up into a delusional frenzy. That's not good because they were rooting for Peterman for Christ's sake, and they're about this guy. So we'll see. I mean, you can't get worse. That's what you got to tell yourself, right?
So apparently, Mr. Scott has
Shocker.
said people are comparing him to Carson for some reason.
Carson Wentz
Palmer?
or Carson Palmer?
He just says all
Okay,
that Mr. Scott has said is Carson.
He's trying to think Wentz. He's nothing like Wentz. Wentz is an absolute animal.
Are you thinking the Eagles quarterback or Cardinals quarterback, Chris? We need to know which quarterback. Because if you're thinking Wentz, I'm gonna laugh at
Yeah.
you. Because
There's
no way in
it's
hell.
Wentz.
There's no way it's Wentz. If it's Wentz, you're delusional because yes, he has the size. If you're saying that, yeah, he's about Wentz size. But one, he doesn't have the size of Wentz hands, and two, he doesn't have the accuracy, and three, he doesn't have the work ethic. It's like they brought up all of that, so those can all change. I mean, you're in college, so maybe you don't have that work ethic.
I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt.
I'm not.
We always shit on the Bills, which
Never give him the
it's
benefit of the
one
doubt.
of my favorite things to do.
Oh yeah.
Sleep, shit on the Bills. You know, it's up there.
Sleep
But
and the Bills repeat.
give him the benefit of the doubt. See what happens. If he comes out there and throws 6 picks in his first 7 throws,
Then
Bills
he's-
fans, I'm sorry.
No, he's a Bills player. If he does that, you've got your Bills franchise player, because that's what they're supposed to do. Fail. Anyway, no, honestly, it'd be cool. I actually just got tickets to see this guy play, so he's gonna play the Lions. I got pretty decent seats to
You
it.
just
too,
shit
so.
all over the Bills on the internet. Now you told him you're going to a game.
I don't give a shit.
He's gonna watch the Lions
I'll
play.
be there in my Lions jersey. Come at me, bro.
Oh boy.
Bring it. They'll be too drunk.
Once. That's what he said.
Yeah, no,
Have you ever been to a Bills game?
No.
I have.
That's why
they're
I have-
very drunk, but they know exactly if you're not wearing a Bills jersey and you're wearing a Foch. I don't care if they're puking. You walk by them, their heads in the toilet. They're gonna look up like, "What the fuck?" and they're gonna attack.
I'll just take my pants off. I'll just take my pants
Oh,
off.
you get them to laugh. That's for sure.
Wow, that's.
I want you to jerk me off, bro.
All right, so we'll save the playoffs for last.
Yeah, we
so,
need to do that. 'cause
So
it's
we're
going
gonna
on.
do a little bit of WWE, just a little bit of it.
That's fine.
Um,
'cause
We're just basically our greatest Royal Rumble reaction. So I'll let you go first.
it was what I expected. It wasn't like blowing my socks off. Great.
Yeah.
It was okay. Some of the matches were whatever. Like the John Cena, Triple H, like
We've seen it.
exactly. Seen it, done it, whatever. The AJ Nakamura, I had higher hopes, but once
That's-
again, they're trying to make him heel. So his new move now, instead of the whatever it's called,
Kinshasa.
it's the
Kinshasa.
hit AJ in the nuts.
Yes.
But
Which I like that.
the
Move.
50-man, it was all right. It was cool to see a couple of the names.
Yeah.
Titus,
Amazing.
The
Stole the
slide.
show.
you just got famous again, big guy. Because I'm sorry you were floundering. Like worldwide was done.
He slid into our.
But guess what? You slid into our. So I would say I'd give it a.
It's tough. It
I'd
was.
say maybe a C.
Yeah, I'd say that's accurate. I mean, overall, it was a glorified house show,
Yep.
and what I mean by that is there was, I think, one title change, and it had to be that way because the other guys were going to SmackDown. So, the bar lost to Bray.
Oh yeah, I do. Remember.
Bray and Welcome
Yeah,
Matt.
Woken. Yeah, okay.
Other than that, it was fun, but it was pointless.
It was a show for friends to hang out and
yeah.
just have a good
It
time.
was
That's
also-
pretty much what that was.
I'm gonna come out on a record and say I'm never gonna watch another show from Saudi Arabia again. And it's not like some weird thing where I like hate Saudi Arabia. It's more so I hate how bad they are at being a crowd.
There was no. The
No.
only pop we got was Seth.
Yep, that
That
it.
was it.
And they said burn it down and that's it. I mean it's so hard to watch a pay-per-view or something where the crowd's not into it because like that's like the emotion of the match. And they were like standing around. I don't know what the fuck they were doing. It was just weird.
Let's just put it this way: I have never, since it came out, never, ever seen when he pulls out that list, Chris Jericho, and goes,
Nothing.
I've never ever not heard the crowd go, "You just made the list," and like he literally did this. No pop, nothing, quiet. What? You just made the list. Nothing. And I was like, all right, that did not work
It was-
at all.
And it was so disappointing because we popped for it,
Yep.
but like the crowd, apparently, I don't know what it was. It was just a disconnect. It felt like it was like a money grab. That's like, and that's all of the matches having the same result as if it was a Raw show. And that's what it felt like. It felt like, okay, you got paid like whatever $800 million to do this, but you also wasted everyone's time with a really bad show. I give it like a D. I mean, I thought the Greatest Royal Rumble was pretty dumb. I mean, it was kind of cool to see them, but after like 35 of them, you're like, okay, I get it. They're gonna run to the ring. The only one that saved it was Titus.
So, question for you guys, because you guys watch wrestling a lot. How often does that happen?
Never.
I've never seen that.
I've never seen. Well, I've seen people like Matt Hardy once got on the top rope and he rolled over and he fell on the floor, but
Yeah,
that was
that's-
like
you're in the, you're
I've
in the
never
ring.
seen someone. I'm calling pulling a hornswoggle because that's the gimmick was hornswoggle
And he was
lived
in the
under the
match.
ring. He was in the match.
Yeah.
But I've never seen someone trip on the mat and like it's like he was lubed up. He just
It was like something out of a cartoon.
yeah, it was so perfectly done. It was almost like you couldn't plan it, but you almost had to for it to be that perfect. It was.
I felt so bad. I was hilarious, but I felt so bad for Titus.
What's funny though is he's more relevant than ever because now he's a meme and
So
a
many,
gif.
like Garrett, I was talking to him at work. He was like, you know what's funny? This is probably gonna put him on the map.
Yeah.
He's like, there's no way people are not gonna joke about this. Like he's gonna get big again because of this.
And they already did it on Raw. He already had a big
He's got a shirt.
yeah, and so, good for him. But I will say, which they said it's going to be a yearly thing.
Oh, they're gonna do it again.
Yeah, they said it's going to be a year. It's a 10-year apparently deal where they're going to go back every year. They have to change it up, and I think they will. Maybe it gets better over time. I was uncomfortable with the whole anti-women thing.
It was
I know,
awkward.
I know that's their culture, and I get it, and I guess I respect that. But at the same time, it made me uncomfortable, only because it feels like they sold their soul to the devil, almost in order to make money. Like you push this, women are equal, women are the same as men, and then they're not even allowed in the stadium. Like that's crazy to me.
And like you said with Paul Heyman, if you've been to Israel,
Yeah, and that's why Sami Zayn wasn't allowed because Sami
Really?
Zayn was Syrian. He wasn't even allowed in the country.
Nope.
And I get it. Every culture is different, and you got to be open-minded, I guess. But I thought it was a bad look, and it seemed like a money grab.
it was definitely uncomfortable. When
Yeah.
you watch, like when the camera panned through the crowd, it was an uncomfortable feeling.
Yeah, it was just in it.
No shot on where they were.
No, it's
I
not a
don't know,
race thing.
No,
it was more
it just,
like the crowd was
culture.
very calm. And like it
Yeah.
wasn't like a raucous wrestling crowd.
although
It
their seats were
was amazing. Yeah.
The front row seats were like recliners. We're
Yeah.
looking at it, I was like, what in the
Yeah.
hell?
But I don't know. It's not. I guess I'm not hating on the culture so much as it's just hard to watch, and not be there and understand it. I
Yeah.
guess. But my biggest issue is the matches meant nothing. It was pointless. The one thing that I think was an actual mistake is Roman won the match, but they called it for Brock.
I was scared
And
when
then-
that happened. I looked right at you. Like I didn't even look. Like all right, for those of you that are just tuning in,
Is it one?
I don't know.
Yeah.
No, we got four.
One of the
No,
biggest
You're on. I'm on. Chris is on.
No, I'm not on anymore.
All right.
One of
so
the
it's
biggest
me, Chris, and
Roman Reigns fans of all time. All right, I love Roman Reigns too, but when Roman loses to Brock, something snaps in this kid's head. WrestleMania
It doesn't make
was
sense.
like a 45-minute, maybe an hour, probably longer, of I don't get it, legit.
Still-
So when he lost, because I agreed with him, I was like, you know what, Roman's gonna win. Roman's winning this. This is it. Brock's scheduled for one match. This is it.
Yeah.
And when they raised Brock's head, like I couldn't even look him in the eye. I just kind of did this and used my peripherals to
just
see
wait,
what he was
wait for the
doing.
blow up.
It was just, when it happened, I was kind of like, you know what? At this point, it's just WWE trying to pull one over on fans like me and you who think we know the dirt sheets and shit. So they addressed it on Raw.
Yeah, what happened with that? 'Cause I haven't
They
watched
said
it.
Roman won clear as day because Roman's feet hit the floor first, but because it was the wrong call, they didn't reverse it. Brock still champ, but the storyline didn't go anywhere, and that's the thing. Like I'm a huge Roman fan, but I also understand that wins and losses are part of it, and it builds the story. But right now, I just don't know where the story's going. Like, and it didn't go any farther last night. Like, it just didn't. So that was really weird to me. I think they messed up. I think Brock was supposed to like roll over and hit the floor, but I think that was a hard bump.
Well,
You can't fake that bump.
I don't remember who I was talking to at work, but Brock and Roman, they always break character and they always hit each other.
Like hard, like
yes, like WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Brock broke Roman open, but that was a legit spear. Like that was a hit.
and like how they landed, it was brutal. Roman landed on his head, and Brock just took the full bump. So,
They legit hate each other.
but you know what? I don't know what they do. This is why I don't think I think they respect each other so much that they know they don't have to hold back. I mean, I think Brock honestly gives it his all, and Roman can take it. I mean, it's from as long as I've watched wrestling. The one thing, there's like two things. Is one, you can never outdrink a Samoan, and you can never beat a Samoan in a fist fight. And I actually think it's true. Like that's actually that's a rule throughout 30, 40, 50 years of professional wrestling. That's been a thing, and I think Roman's no different. I think people think he's a pretty boy, but I don't care who you are. That's a 300-pound man punching you in the face as hard as he can, and he takes it.
Yep.
So maybe it's just mutual respect. Like I know you can take it. I'm gonna give it and give it back because Roman doesn't pull back. He's just not a UFC fighter, so it's not as crazy. But
So let me ask you this then. Obviously, when's the next time Roman and Brock meet for the title?
I think it's gonna have to be at Money in the Bank is the next one. Next pay-per-view after Backlash. It's got to be, and I don't know if Roman does it. I don't know.
I don't think if Roman the next pay-per-view that I think Roman might win at be SummerSlam.
I mean, that's possible. I don't know what they're doing with Roman. The storyline, didn't progress at all. But I think Braun might be the guy to dethrone him because Braun is so over. Braun got the pins last night. Braun got the GRR championship, all that shit. I think he's the guy. I think they picked him. I think Braun's going to overthrow Brock.
So what are they doing with Roman?
They're going to turn him heel. They have
We've
to.
been talking about that forever, and they won't do it.
Except for he was winning as a babyface, so that's why you wouldn't turn him. Well, now he's lost almost 2 or 3 times in a row.
Every time to Brock.
Yeah, so I think it's time. I think they're building to it. I think they're waiting for Dean to come back, but we'll see. I don't know. Right now I'm in a limbo, which I don't like to be in. But I will say, one of my, I have like 2 more comments. I would say Seth and AJ are the top wrestlers in WWE right now. I think Seth is as good as AJ, and he's just hitting his stride. He was amazing on Raw last night. He had like an amazing bout with Finn Balor. He's a beast, man.
It's a bittersweet for me. I love Seth as a babyface. I hate him as a heel. I mean, he makes great heel, but I love Seth as a babyface. But I also, love Finn.
Yeah.
And I hate that. I love that they're bringing Seth where he needs to be, but they're keeping Finn down.
See, I think that Finn he did a heel move last night. He attacked Seth behind his back. I think he's going heel, and then we get to see a really good. Balor's always better as a heel. He was in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're gonna really see him take a stride in the heel. They know Finn's as good as he is. They just have to clear out that title picture. That once Brock's gone, it'll go back to normal. Brock's got to go. Vince is just an idiot. He's obsessed with keeping Brock in the title picture, and people are sick of it. Like they just are. Fans, wrestlers, you name it. So it's a matter of time before the fans start completely turning on Brock, like to the point where they won't watch him and they won't let him do his matches and shit.
When WWE ticket sales start going down a little bit, Vince will start realizing.
Yeah, absolutely. So anyway, I think Seth and AJ are the top guys. I think Finn's right up there. I think Nakamura, his heel turn saved his career. I think he's so much better as a heel because his weird ass antics they're not funny anymore. They're just like, this guy's fucking weird and he's like a savage. I like that. It works better as a heel. It's just you can be weird and be hated easier than you can be weird and loved. I guess.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
But I think it saved his career, and I think he will be. I think he'll be the first Asian champ, if I'm not mistaken. Besides, I don't know what's it. Yeah. Remember him? Yokozuna. That's it. I don't know if he was Asian. No, I think he was Samoan. I'm not sure. But anyway, I think
Google magic.
I think it saves his career. So
Yeah.
I don't know. WWE's up in there. They got to figure out the Brock thing before I can really start giving a shit about that title picture. Because right now it's just a joke. I don't even want to see Roman Brock 4. I don't. I mean, at this point, like, even if Roman wins, it just seems like he's a sore loser and he got his ass beat 3 times.
I know it means nothing. They haven't built anything up with it, but I'd love to see Lashley versus Brock.
Yeah, and that's another thing. I'm not sure where Lashley sits in the title picture because he didn't get the win last night. Braun did. So I don't know what's going on with that. We just have to see.
Yep.
It's after Mania. They got to figure all that shit out. So it usually takes them a while to turn the heat around. So we will see. You have anything else for WWE?
I'm good.
All right. So then this is it. This is the NBA playoffs. And the first round is officially over. And
Get shit on, Steve.
And I'm going to save it. We're going to save the last
No,
part.
can we just get it out now?
Nope.
Let's just do it.
Nope. We have to talk about all the other teams that matter almost as much. So first things first, 76ers beat the Heat.
Yeah.
We were right. We both said 4-1.
Yeah.
The Heat need to they need to retool everything. Whiteside, our star, who we're paying $94 million, is a joke. He can't get it done. He choked. He had like 4 points in the playoffs or some shit. I don't know. But leading on from there, the Celtics won their series, which we both didn't pick
We
the Celtics.
did not pick.
I forgot. Oh my god, why am I blanking on who the Celtics?
They played the Bucks.
Yes, the Bucks. Bucks.
The Greek Freak.
Greek Freak. Is
He
not,
had a good series.
He did, but he could have had a better series.
He's got no one around him.
I get it. Well, good segue.
Oh,
for later.
hey!
But I
Shit.
expected more out of the Greek Freak personally. But the Celtics are no joke, and the reason why I can say that is because guess who won last night? The Celtics against the 76ers
Yep.
with no superstars. And guess who the 76ers have? Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid, who are two of one of the great, they're supposed to be the next big thing.
Yep.
So good that LeBron might join him next year. That's how good they are. Like,
fine with
LeBron wants to build around him. So, but the Celtics are legit, man. That Brad Stevens is a legit coach. He can obviously coach his ass off. Imagine if they had Kyrie and Gordon Hayward. Wow. They would be a legitimate threat to the West.
Yeah, I would tell you though, I'm not taking anything away from the Celtics. Great win. They're good. But 76ers are very, very young, and none of them have been in the playoffs except for JJ Redick.
Yes.
There's like 2 people on that team that got playoff experience, and you'll agree, playoffs is a totally different
It
level.
slows down.
I get it. Like I said, I'm not taking anything. Celtics blew me away. Like,
Yeah.
I thought they were out in the first round. They're playing great ball, but also you got to think this series, the 76ers are very young.
Yeah.
They're an up and coming team, and it's only going to get harder from this point.
Yeah. I think the 76ers have kind of been exposed. Like last night, they didn't just like lose. Like it was an ugly loss.
Yeah.
And if I was a 76ers fan, I'd be really worried because they were sitting there going, championship. There's no way they could go toe to toe with anyone in the West, and B, the Raptors. I think the Raptors would eat them up and spit them out. So I think it's pretty interesting to see the 76ers kind of drop the ball. I mean, they have the more talented team, but I guess coaching and playoff experience. So it's interesting for sure. I like it though. I like seeing the Celtics kind of show up.
Yeah.
Because it gets me excited
Well,
for.
I don't, because I'm a Lakers fan and I hate
I
everything
get it.
Boston.
But if you're a Lakers fan, you should root for the Celtics because they're your rivals. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like if I was, the Heat don't really have rivals. It used to be like the Pacers, but I always have more respect for the rivals than I do. You know what I mean? If I had to pick a team, but it's cool to see the Celtics because all I keep thinking is wait till Kyrie and Gordon get back with this year. If they made it to the second round or maybe even the third round, and then they get dropped, and then next year that same core comes back together with those 2 superstars. Oh my God!
Yeah,
you might
yeah.
actually have someone who can contend in the West, which is exciting. So.
Hayward's got to keep his leg not broke.
Yes, Hayward's back. He's good. Like he can't play yet, but he's.
But if they keep going further into the playoffs, I wouldn't be surprised.
I mean, it's not. I don't
Not a
know.
real
If
possibility.
I don't know if they've completely ruled him out yet, but that's pretty cool. I mean, I thought we all wrote once Kyrie went out, we're like, that's it.
done.
Well, guess what? Egg on my face. So very cool to see that. 76ers, hopefully they get their shit together. I think they will. I have the 76ers winning. It's going to take 7 games, but I do have the 76ers winning.
I'm going to go Celtics in 7.
Which I think it definitely goes 7.
Oh, it's going 7.
Mhm.
It's hard. It just has to. So we'll see. I mean, the Celtics win. I think did they go 7 games? I think they did. Maybe not. Maybe it was 6. But either way, I think 76ers are the more rested team. But obviously that didn't matter because Celtics stole it.
Yeah.
And I do think it helps that the Celtics have less time because I do believe in rust. I think that exists. And I think when you don't have that time to get rust and you just go 1 round to the second, I think that helps.
Yeah, no rest time.
It was
Just
7 games.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
you get laggy when you if you sweep because then you sit and wait.
Yeah, exactly. So then we'll move on to the West. And go Houston. It's Houston, Utah right now. Houston beat oh my God, I'm blanking.
yes.
Jazz. Jazz actually. Wait, no. Jazz.
No, they're
No,
playing the
the-
Jazz.
the-
They're
yeah.
playing the Jazz.
Yeah, they're
'cause
playing the
Jazz.
Jazz.
Yeah.
Houston
Houston
beat
just-
the Jazz.
No, Houston's playing the Jazz right now. I'm saying in the first round, who did Houston play? I'm blanking. Houston. Oh my God, I'm blanking on who Houston played. Doesn't
They
matter.
played the Timberwolves.
That's
Yes.
it. Houston won. It was 4-1, I believe.
Yep.
Houston looks terrific. Harden is disgusting. His stats were like 33 points a game.
He got like
He's-
50 points the other day.
He's an animal. Everyone needs to watch out. He's perfect for playoff game too because he gets those foul calls and he slows it down and he'll bury it from three. And then Chris Paul is just Chris Paul. You can tell he wants that chip.
Mhm.
But now you got Houston versus Utah. Utah beat OKC, which was surprising.
Yeah.
Because OKC had 3 superstars, so it wasn't supposed to happen that way. But Westbrook is detrimental to that team, man.
His ego is too big.
He scored a ton of points. He had a decent amount of assists.
Paul George is leaving.
Paul George is going to the Lakers. I'm calling it.
Be okay. With
He
that.
already did like a Instagram thing where he's like, where I'm going to Cali. He was singing that Cali song.
Did you see that Instagram picture where it's got Harden, or it's got not Harden, sorry, it's got Westbrook sitting down with his hands on his face. You got bum Carmelo just standing there with his hands on his waist,
Yeah.
and then you got split road, one's whatever, and then one says L.A. and you got Paul George with a suitcase
Yeah.
walking that way.
I think no doubt Paul George is gone. Why would he stay? I mean,
Yeah.
he says he built up a good repertoire, and I'm sure he likes Westbrook. But there's nobody on the planet that could enjoy playing with Westbrook because he took, I think it was like 45 shots a game, and it's 50% shooting. He's like a worse Kobe.
Last games.
More
what,
athletic.
What
but
game did they go to? How far did they go? What was
It was that I think they got bounced in 6,
6? The last game,
maybe even 5. No, it was
West,
6.
Westbrook had 46 points.
Of 43 shots.
Paul George had like 7, and Carmelo Anthony had like 5.
Yeah, I mean you just can't. Carmelo needs to go. I don't
He ain't
know.
going anywhere. He's got a signing bonus. If he doesn't go anywhere, he's making 28 mil.
Well, he's not going to go anywhere because he wants some money.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter where he goes. Carmelo's not getting a chip. He's just
No, he's
too.
done.
He won't go to a bench player, which is laughable to me because he should have been a bench player 2 years ago. But that's besides the point. Anyone who wants to actually win, don't go to OKC because Westbrook is their guy. But you'll win games in the regular, but you ain't winning playoff games. It slows down. You can't shoot 45 shots a game and win unless you do lights out, unbelievable percentages. You're not going to win that way. And if you get shut down and you're the number one option, that's it. You lose the game. That's how it works. That's one of the plagues of having a superstar. Westbrook, I love him watching him. I do. But it's got to be so frustrating for an OKC fan to have such an amazing player with such tunnel vision about stats. I mean, it's frustrating. So I'm not surprised Utah beat them. I think Utah got blown up by Houston in their first game. Houston's gonna eat them up. I actually predict a sweep because Rubio's out, one of Utah's best players.
Yeah, but they got Mitchell, and he's amazing. I go 6.
Except Mitchell has a bum ankle right now.
I go
He got
6.
hurt again. So
I go 6.
I'm gonna say sweep. I'm gonna actually say sweep. I think Houston has their
sweep.
eyes on Warriors, and I think the Warriors have their eyes on Houston, and they just want to get there. And moving on, segue: Pelicans versus Warriors. Warriors are up 1 already
Mhm.
without Steph. Steph is confirmed to be back tonight.
Which I think is stupid. They won last game. If they lose this game, think
Bring
about
back.
it.
I actually
Think
agree.
about it. Let you're gonna need Steph at 100% versus
the Rockets.
the Rockets.
Yeah.
Let him sit him out tonight.
Sit him out the whole series if you don't.
Sit him out unless you need
Set
him.
him out, and if they get blown away by the Pelicans tonight,
Then bring him back.
think about it.
Yeah.
You won, like, just. I don't get it. We talked about this earlier. They're gonna bring him back too early.
I see.
Yeah.
I don't think that in this. I have faith in Kerr because Kerr is a great coach and he was a
Phenomenal.
great player,
Yep.
champion.
Yep.
I don't think Kerr is going to risk what happened or when they lost to the Cavs. I think Steph's been okay for about 2 weeks. They just wanted to give him as much time. So
Yeah.
it might look like they're pulling the trigger on him coming back. I don't think so. I think he's ready. And after this point, especially after last year, Steph came out and said it was heartbreaking to come back and not be ready, and he knew it.
Yeah.
He was out there playing kickball and all this crazy shit. I think he's okay. But I agree. He comes back, gets hurt. They shot themselves in the foot and caught themselves a
They're
championship.
screwed because I'm sorry.
Without
I
Steph,
get
don't see him.
the Warriors are stacked even without Steph, but you're not going a 7-game series versus Houston without
No.
Steph. You're gonna
No,
lose.
honestly, that series is going to be so hard to call because it's all about whose shots fall. And I'm going to bet every time on Steph's shots falling.
Yep.
He deserves that. So I'm excited. I love watching the Pelicans. Anthony Davis is he's my number 2, maybe number 3 behind Kevin Durant, best player in the league. Even behind, I put Harden behind AD because Anthony Davis is savage on both ends of the court. And I think tonight you'll see Pelicans come out and steal one. I don't think it's going to be a sweep. I think Pelicans are going to go 5 to 6 games. I'll say 6. I don't think AD's just got to go off, be AD, and he's going to steal a game.
I'm gonna say 5.
But yeah, 5 is a reasonable one. But I think Anthony Davis can at least on his own win at least one.
But
and I think the Warriors will take some time off. I think they'll be like, give him 1.
I'm gonna say 5 right now, but if Steph, Durant, and Kyle are all on, it's a sweep. Like you ain't stopping them.
They're gonna put up 70 points by halftime.
Yeah. And that's when the shots fall, you can't beat Warriors.
No.
That's it. And honestly, Draymond is the most overlooked player. That dude hammers down the defense.
He's the heart and soul. Of that
heart and
defense.
soul.
Yeah.
Heart and soul of that team. Because when they get going on offense, I guarantee you, right before Steph hits one of those splashy threes or Clay or whatever, it's right after Draymond did a great defensive stop. And that's what leads it, man. And Draymond deserves so much more credit than he gets. And people who don't respect him because he's a smaller center are out of their fucking mind. He plays like a real center is supposed to play.
Yeah.
He is a defensive player, and if you leave him out in that crest and you give him an open shot, he'll take it. And he'll make it most of the
He
time.
does make it. He's got a dirt
It's
shot.
not a bad
but he
shoot.
does
It's
make
not
it.
terrible
But they've
shoot.
all come out in press conference saying that Draymond is the heart and soul of that.
Yeah,
defense.
and I love it. And that Warriors are my pick to win the championship. But I'm excited. I love watching them play the Pelicans because watching the battle between Anthony Davis and Kevin Durant right now, arguably the number 2 and 3 best
Crazy.
players in the league, watching that is amazing because the competitiveness is just out of this world, and the respect, I love it. So, who knows? Maybe they push it 7. People picked a lot of the Pelicans. I don't see it. They do have Holiday.
Maybe with Cousins. If they had
Yeah,
Cousins.
if they had Boogie, it's a whole other thing. But
Yeah.
they don't. They just don't. So it's tough when you have one player, and he's that good, but he's not. It's when you get to the second round, one person can't win playoff series. They just can't. That's the way it works. So finally, we'll move on to my favorite thing ever. I believe, let me recollect. You picked the Pacers in 5.
You're drunk. I never said that.
You picked the Pacers in 5 to beat the Cavs. Now, I'm not positive. Actually, I am. They won that series. The Cavs did in 7 games. So you were wrong about your guess, and you were wrong about who won. And you are a well-known hater of LeBron. No, let's not go out and be making death threats. But
No.
let's just sit here and say that you dislike him strongly. How does it feel to witness actual greatness where one man beats an entire playoff team all on his
I
own?
don't know. When I see greatness, I'll let you know.
Listen,
Steve.
When I see a guy that can
Steve,
just go
swallow
into the
your
paint
pride.
and just go, ref, he did this.
stop it.
He did this.
Steve.
Stop
ref,
it.
Ref.
Steve, swallow your pride.
You are a very, very shallow man if you can't admit what LeBron did was amazing. He
Listen.
beat an entire team, and you can't even sit there
No,
and say he didn't.
I agree 100%. LeBron James.
Guess who never won a playoff series on his own? Michael Jordan. Never did that. Want to know why? He always had Pippen or Rodman or Kerr.
All right, I will admit, LeBron James single-handedly won a playoff series by himself.
Oh.
I've never debated that he is not talented.
Mm-hmm.
I've never said that.
I know. I just want
He's
to
an amazing player. He is just a crybaby bitch, and if he doesn't get his way, he's gonna cry about it. But you put your hand in your pocket, you put it in the ref's pocket,
Stop
and you go up
it.
and you do this.
Don't even accuse
Technical, guys, out.
Stop it. Stop it.
Listen,
Everyone in the league, ever since what I would say, I'd say before Kobe, when did Kobe came in 98, 97? Okay, I would say 2005, 6, maybe before that, the league got soft. Nobody's denying that. but everybody in the league since '06 are crybaby bitches when it comes to fouls. Straight up, Kobe said it. Anyone who played in the old era says it. I'm not denying that. But we've never seen someone like LeBron do what he did. How hard is it to stop one man? Do you understand how good LeBron must be?
When one man can go into the paint and get every call he wants, he
He
gets to
did-
the free
listen,
throw.
oh,
Yeah.
Come on.
I have the stats. He had at max 15 free throws a game, which sounds like a lot. How many do you think Harden gets? 30 plus.
We've talked about this. Harden. I told you this. Harden is up there. Harden's the
Harden
same.
is more
I get it.
than
I get
LeBron.
it. I get it. I did not deny that.
So if you're gonna say this, this pot is black and this kettle's not, it doesn't work that way. Okay, it's all throughout the
Fine. The
league.
kettle's black, pot's not. Whatever.
Superstars get the calls. That's the way it works. At the end of the day, he made the shots he was supposed to make at the times he was supposed to make it, and he's more clutch than Michael Jordan, and he proved that with that shot.
Ooh.
Proven. You want to know how I know that?
As my good friend Freddie says, honey, no.
Out of I don't have the stats with me. I should have wrote them down, but it's a proven fact that in the playoffs, that LeBron,
Playoffs?
that's what matters. Playoffs. Wait, we talk about
I was
regular season.
quoting.
Yeah,
Just go.
yeah, I know you're trying to do Iverson. I get it. That's cute. Regardless, I need you to sit there and tell me that LeBron is the greatest player on the planet today.
No.
See, then you can't exist in this world
Oh, today?
today. Yeah, I'm not gonna. Of course, MJ's there. There's always gonna be the old people who love MJ. It's adorable.
Today?
They can't let it
Today?
go.
Listen, today, LeBron James is the greatest player.
Now say ever.
That's just because Kobe Bryant retired.
Now, I'll say he's the greatest player since '03. That's my claim. But I think it was absolutely amazing. And yes, I'm a LeBron
Wasn't
fan.
Jordan still playing in 03?
No, his fat ass got out in 2002.
Ah,
He came back, stole that gambling money, bounced. Anyway, what was for the Wizards, right? They denied. They don't admit that season.
he played with Caron Butler. Not many people remember Caron Butler.
No one wants to remember he played with the Wizards. Looking out there, looking like Kwame Brown. Anyway, I honestly, and I know it's biased, but I thought it was really cool to see LeBron just kind of shut the haters out and do what he's supposed to do. And he gets so much hate and stuff, but you know how good that shot must have felt when he hit it in the last
The
second?
last second.
Because one of the biggest things, like Skip Bayless, that dumbass says, he's not clutch, he's not this, he doesn't have killer instinct. That looks pretty killer to me.
I will tell you right now, and I think you will agree with me, LeBron James is not clutch.
No, I
he
disagree.
gets the shots every now and then, but you will admit when it came down to the final shot of a game, who would you rather have, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James?
Unfair comparison. I'm not saying he's the most clutch. I'm saying he's clutch. Most clutch, of course, it's going to Kobe. But let's not sit here and forget that Kobe missed just as many shots. The difference is Kobe made those shots that get played every single day. So it's not poo-pooing on it. Everyone else has their greatness. But I honestly have never seen a team literally say, stop LeBron and fail for 7 games. I thought that was really cool to see. And I don't think, moving on, I'll get off of my knees for LeBron. I think the Raptors are going to eat him alive.
I got a tissue.
I think the Raptors are going to eat him alive. Because the Raptors, I guess it's not true, but there's no way I'm picking the Cavs in that series because if both Lowry and DeMar DeRozan somehow both fail to somehow stop LeBron, and the other two, and the Cavs players like Kevin Love and JR don't pick it up, and Corvers, then it should be an easy win. It should honestly, it should be a sweep if LeBron's as tired as he is, and if Raptors are number 1 seed as you picked earlier in the season.
Perfect. Real quick before I make my pick, perfect segue. I think it's 100%, 150% bullshit. LeBron James is trying to pass off that he is not worn out. You carry a team through a 7-game series, you're fucking tired.
I agree 100%.
I don't care. I get he's doing it for the media.
You're
You're tired.
Oh, he's beyond exhausted.
He played 48. Well, no, he didn't play 48 minutes.
It was like 46
He was
or
out in the third. But this is gonna surprise you. Raptors are gonna win the series. I'm picking it,
Oh,
but
yeah.
I think it's gonna go Game 7. I think LeBron James. He's one of those guys. Playoffs hit. It's a mindset. It's gonna be harder. I
Yeah.
don't think it's gonna be easy for him.
No.
But I still think it's like as much as I hate LeBron,
LeBron he's like Kobe and like Jordan in that way. Playoffs hit, there's a switch that clicks.
Yeah.
And he
it's-
refuses to lose.
Yeah.
I think Raptors are going to win, but I think it's going to go 7, and I don't think there's going to be a blowout this entire series. I think it's going to be a 2 to 3 point victory every game.
I'm hoping. I'm hoping you're right. I'm on the other side of the coin. I think that the Raptors are going to take advantage of a very exhausted Cavs LeBron and the Cavs. I think they're all
Just
exhausted.
LeBron.
But
Because
yeah.
where's Kevin Love been?
Oh my
Nowhere.
God, MIA. Get a freaking, what is that called? A missing person out there? Jesus Christ, Kevin Love. You're supposed to be the great white hope or whatever.
Yeah, I will agree. I hate LeBron James, but LeBron James physically won a series by himself.
Yes. I will say this though, if the series we just saw stays exactly the same moving on to the Raptors, like the team wise, how they played, Raptors are gonna sweep them. But who knows? Maybe JR gets hot. Maybe Kevin Love finds himself. Maybe it was a matchup thing against the Pacers. That's
JR
the
ain't
fun.
gonna find himself.
I don't think so either. I think
If he
JR.
could play without a T-shirt, he might.
they just let him at this point. But
It's gonna fall on DeRozan or Lowry because one of them's getting covered by LeBron.
yeah, which I think it would be DeMar. I think Kyle. I think is the older one of the two. But it'll be interesting. But I think LeBron blew his wad in that first one, and he's only
He had
human.
to.
He had to. It took him to the very end, and even though it went all the way up to the last minute, it wasn't until the minute mark where it was like, we won type thing. But the Pacers brought it, man, and their team's going to be good. And Victor Oladipo is no joke, and he's going to be an up and coming. So I'm excited to
I
see
love
where they go.
Lance Stevenson.
I hate Lance. Lance?
He knows how to get in someone's head.
Oh, he does, but mainly LeBron's. He's not doing that to other people.
No, it's true.
He's like the ultimate heel, and LeBron is the baby face to him, and
He's the Carl of the group.
It's true. It's absolutely true. But I'm excited to see the Raptors series, but at the same time, it could be very ugly, and I think people are gonna rip LeBron apart. They're gonna forget really quickly what he did in that Pacers series. So either way, it was great to see LeBron kind of shut some haters up, but there's no way he's like gonna win a chip this year. I mean, there's just no, and it falls directly on the coaching because they built a shitty team, and it falls on his supporting cast, which is trash. It's just trash. So we'll see. I think they get bounced by the Raptors, and I think we see him go to the Lakers or the 76ers next year. I think Paul George and LBJ are going to the Lakers. They're good friends.
Paul George, I could see.
Paul George, and I'm telling you, and LBJ he already bought a house out there and shit.
He's trying to go to the Clippers.
He wants to go to the, stop it. I forget they even exist ever since frickin' they
Same arena.
just DeAndre Jordan's over there just holding it down, lobbing. But we'll see. I don't think LeBron stays. I think unless there's some massive trades in the offseason, I just don't see it. But yeah, that is basically. The last thing I want to end on is who is your final MVP pick? They're about to start the voting. We've done this every
I hate it, but I'm still sticking with Harden.
Yeah, I think it's tough because they don't go by the playoffs when they make the picks. If they were to, I'd pick LeBron.
I'd
Obviously.
have to pick LeBron because like you said, he won the first round by himself.
But you can't deny Harden's stats.
Yeah,
And LeBron's had, I think it's 4. He's had his time in the moment. I think it's Harden's turn.
Kevin Love.
Stop it. Kevin Love doesn't even deserve. He shouldn't be a starter. Well, first of all, but who knows? I'm excited to see the Raptors. I love this. Has been one of the funnest playoffs to watch because it's all
Way
fresh.
better than last year.
Way better.
It's not blowouts.
Yeah.
Like it's not sweeps. Has there been a sweep?
No, I don't think so. No, I think everything was someone stolen one. I believe I might be mistaken, but I've loved this year. It's fresh teams. It's competitors. People are coming into their own. I mean, I'm mostly excited. My championship is Houston versus Warriors, which maybe we don't get to see it. Maybe who knows? There's an upset, but I love this year's playoffs. I can't up it enough. If you're not watching this NBA playoffs, you're missing out. It's amazing. So yeah, that's the gist of it. That's all we really have, unless you have any.
Oh, I got something. This is my new thing. I'm gonna end our show every single day
I like it.
like this.
I like it.
Rock.
You gotta congratulate him on his daughter.
We
Of
did.
course.
Daughter's adorable. I love the Instagram post you put. You put Kevin Hart's face on you. Hilarious.
Phenomenal.
Like at first I thought it was actually Kevin Hart. So it was that good.
I mean, maybe it is actual size. We don't know.
It could be. I'm gonna tell you from here, one fan to another fan. We've been watching you forever. Love you. Love your movies. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think I've loved every movie but like one.
Doom. I don't like Doom.
Because I'm straight fan. I'm gonna be straight real with you. You like being real. Did not like Tooth Fairy, but still love you. You were my guy in the '90s, in the early 2000s. Loved watching you. I tried the people's eyebrow in my mirror countless times.
Yep, me too.
All I want is a shout out.
One shot.
All I want, and I'm gonna do this every single week until I see an Instagram post of a shout out for the Swiss Army Sports Special, not the Swiss Army Nerds.
Or Swiss Army
Fuck
Nerds.
that. Swiss Army Sports Special.
We'll vote for you when you go for presidency.
I've never voted. I'm sorry for those, but I will vote.
See that?
Love you, Rock, and I hope we get a shout out soon.
Come on, man.
I'm done.
Come on. I
I'm
like
good.
all your Instagram posts, brother. All of them. Which, how cool was it that he shouted out to Infinity War?
No, he said he was gonna get his ass beat
I
by his
love-
boys and over there at Marvel. I get it.
I love it, and I'm convinced in my eyes that The Rock doesn't have a single enemy on the planet. Did you see he just hired
John Cena.
in his own movie? He was
Mhm.
supposed to be his like rival and
Mhm.
shit. Yeah, he's the ultimate. I don't think anyone can hate The Rock. So
So Rock, shout out. Would love it. It could literally be in the middle of the gym, like shout out to the Swiss Army, whatever. I don't care.
please,
I'm fine with that.
you don't even have to. You can insult us.
That's fine.
You-
That's fine. You can say this is the worst show I've ever seen in my life. You guys should go somewhere else. I don't care.
Yep.
You
Just
can insult us, do what you want, but a shout out would be amazing.
or cut a heel promo on us at the future. But yeah, I like that. We'll keep shouting him out
I'm gonna do it every week.
until he blocks us like Red Bull did. Yeah, so that's it. I like that we end on that. So I'm excited. Next week we come back. We'll have more juice on the NBA playoffs. Yeah, and we can start getting a little bit more into WWE. So hopefully the stream went well. I guess we'll see. Probably not. But still, we'll be able to post on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. All of that's going to have the clean cut copy on all those at Swiss Army Nerds. So if you didn't like the stream, you'll be able to catch the actual edited video where I just add Swiss Army Nerds to the beginning of it, and you'll be able to catch it on YouTube. So Swiss Army Nerds, hit us up. All right.